जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदा यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तेरा वनचारी यमुना यमुना तेरा वनचारी यमुना हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे जय राधा माधव माधव जय पंचतत्व जय पंचतत्व पंचतत्व जय पंचतत्व जय तत्व जय पंचतत्व पंचतत्व जय पंचतत्व जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय जम श्रीपाद परमहंस परिकाचार्य स्तोत्र श्रीमद एसी भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की इस्कॉन विवरी फाउंडर आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की जम विश्वपाद परमहंस परिकाचार्य स्तोत्र श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्रीला हरदास ठाकुर की श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जी गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ सर गोस्वामी प्रभुगण की प्रेम से कहिए जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की ब्रजभूमि मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की श्री श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगा माँ यमुना माई की भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की निताई गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि और ग्लोरीज टू समल डिवोटीज हरे कृष्ण All glories to some devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to some devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So we start with the prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Shapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padagamnam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsa Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Savadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakhanvitam Sa Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Ti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gaudavani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pashat Desatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Vayevacha Patithanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Panchatattvatukam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Sarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namah Bhakti Shaktikam Nityanandam Aham Naumi Sarvananda Karam Param Harinamam Param Devam Avaduta Shiromani Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gaurase Namah He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishvabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritam Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyas Tato Jaya Mudire Nashtaprayesva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langayitingri Yatkripatam Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramanandam Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Hari Om Tat Sat Nam Vishwaya Buddhishmati Jagta Santanana Hare Krishna. So we are reading from first canto, 17th chapter, verse number 19. So please repeat after me. Kecid vikalpa-vasanā āhur ātmānam ātmanaḥ daivam anye para-karma svabhāvam apare prabhum kecid vikalpa-vasanā āhur ātmānam ātmanaḥ daivam anye apare karma svabhāvam apare prabhum kecid vikalpa-vasanā āhur ātmānam ātmanaḥ daivam anye apare karma svabhāvam apare prabhum. Somebody likes kecid vikalpa-vasanā āhur ātmānam ātmanaḥ daivam anye apare karma svabhāvam apare prabhum kecid vikalpa-vasanā āhur ātmānam ātmanaḥ daivam anye apare karma svabhāvam apare prabhum kecid vikalpa-vasanā ātmanaḥ daivam anye apare karma svabhāvam apare prabhum. Vaishnavis, kecid vikalpa-vasanā āhur ātmānam ātmanaḥ daivam anye apare karma svabhāvam. Okay, so word to word meaning. Please repeat after me. Kecid, some of them. Vikalpa-vasanā, those who deny all kinds of duality. Āhuḥ, declare. ātmānam, oneself. ātmanaḥ, of the self. daivam, superhuman. Anye, others. Apare, someone else. Karma, activity. Svabhāvam, material nature. Apare, many other. Prabhum, authorities. So now translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. Some of the philosophers who deny all sort of duality declare that one's own self is responsible for his personal happiness and distress. Others say that superhuman powers are responsible, while yet others say that activity is responsible. And the gross materialists maintain that nature is the ultimate cause. Purport. As referred to above, philosophers like Jaimini and his followers establish that fruitive activity is the root cause of all distress and happiness, and that even if there is superior authority, some superhuman powerful god or gods, he or they are also under the influence of fruitive activity, because they reward result according to one's action. They say that action is not independent because action is performed by some performer. Therefore, the performer himself is the cause of his own happiness or distress. In the Bhagavad-gītā 6.5 also, it is confirmed that by one's mind freed from material affection, one can deliver himself from the sufferings of material pangs. So one should not entangle oneself in the matter by the mind's material affection. Thus, one's own mind is one's friend or enemy in one's material happiness and distress. Atheistic materialistic Sankhites conclude that material nature is the cause of all causes. According to them, combination of material elements are the causes of material happiness and distress. And disintegration of matter is the cause of freedom from all material pangs. Gautam and Kanad find that atomic combination is the cause of everything. And impersonalists like Ashtavakra discover that the spiritual effulgence of Brahman is the cause of all causes. But in Bhagavad-gītā, the Lord Himself declares that He is the source of impersonal Brahman, and therefore He is the personality of Godhead, is the ultimate cause of all causes. It is also confirmed in the Brahma Samhita that Lord Krishna is the ultimate cause of all causes. So that's in purport by Sri Bhaktivinoda Swami Prabhupada. So before saying anything on this topic, I seek blessings from all the Vaishnavas present here, all the senior devotees like Janmashtami Prabhu and others. So please bless me so that I can say something for my own purification and for the glorification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So here today's section we will be seeing the two topics. One is that how different philosophers they have given different analogies and different understanding about happiness and distress, and then later we will see that how the consequence and other thing, why people are leading toward this philosophy, and at the end we will see the Prabhupada's punchline that how we can come out. So as in the translation we are seeing the four, like some of the philosophers, here it's written some of the philosophers. So this is not about the philosopher, the four kind of, we see that people are already there and they have understanding about this kind of philosophy, that yes, what is the reason for our happiness and distress. So in that first it is said ātmānam, then it is saying daivam, then it is saying karma, svabhāvam. So these four words in the sloka we can see that it said āhur ātmānam ātmanaḥ, then daivam, then karma, then svabhāvam. And then the svabhāvam Prabhupada has very nicely, he gave the meaning for us. It's like material nature. Like sometimes we feel that okay, svabhāvam means our own nature. So Prabhupada has very clearly made clear that okay, this is the material nature by which people they are thinking that this is the cause of our happiness and suffering. So one by one we will see that how these all philosophies are there and where it's leading, what are the challenges and problems of all these things. So first of all we can understand that different persons they have different understanding and they are giving different kind of understanding to the common mass of people. Why they are giving this kind of understanding? First of all we have to understand that why these things are there. Because everybody is thinking that okay, I want to solve the problems of everyone. Because all of them, they are trying to be happy in this material world. So different philosophers, different scientists and others, they are trying to give some solution, okay, philosophy, so that the common mass of people can understand that yes, what is the problem and how I can solve this problem so that I can be happy. But again and again these all philosophies, everything are coming one by one, but still people are not becoming happy. So these all philosophers and others, what they are trying to do? They are trying to misleading the society. That's what in the Srimad Bhagavatam it said. Prayana alpayasu sabhya kalesmini uvejana manda sumanda matyo manda bhagahi ubdarta. That already in this Kali Yuga, the people's their life is very short, not so much. Although it says that 100 years, but still it's diminishing day by day. And these kinds of philosophers, first of all, they living in it is already in the ignorance, and these leaders are also making them to become more ignorant. So that's why this whole problem is becoming. But the question is that why people are also having faith on this kind of philosopher? Because some kind of understanding they also give. It's not that the 100%. But still, the people in general, they are not able to take shelter of the Supreme Personality Godhead. This is their misfortune. These all leaders, they are, leading them to the hell or in different path. Prabhupada again and again hammered this point. I'll just say one of the quote which he gave in the 1973 Los Angeles, December 4. He says, they have been put into ignorance. The so-called philosophers, scientists, they are simply keeping the people in darkness. Because they are not able to come to the platform of, they can understand that yes, Krishna is the Supreme Personality Godhead and we have to serve them. Because of they don't have this understanding, they are going here, there, different places, and they are surrendering to different personalities. So that's why it becomes very important that yes, why people they have to take all the scriptures, philosophy, everything which is coming from the disciplic succession, not from some unauthorized personalities. That's why we are seeing that yes, when any problem comes in our life, what we can do? We have to go to some personality, isn't it? Because we are in the ignorance. But to whom we have to keep faith? The question is that. We have to keep faith on the Mahajans, the previous Acharyas. And Prabhupada gave the same philosophy, everything which is coming down to the disciplic succession. And our Sat Goswamis, they wrote this literature just to enlighten us. That's why it is said in the Sat Goswami Ashtam, Nana Sastra Vicharanaika Nipuno Sadharma Sanstapako Lokanam Hitakarino Tribhuvane Manyo Saranyakaro. Isn't it? Lokanam Hitakarino. It's not for us. It's for everyone. They have done so much austerity, everything. They read, they did everything. All research work was done. They did all the research work. It's not that something is left. But still we are thinking, no, I can do some research work and I can find something very intelligent because I am a very intelligent person, so I can find something. No. Already Goswamis and all the previous acharyas, they have done everything for us. Nana Shastra Vicharne. No. Sadharma Sanstapako. The Sadharma, the true religion, to establish that. And for whom? Lokanam Hitakarino. Because people are so ignorant that they don't know what is the real goal of our life. And that's what we will see, that how these philosophers, they are misleading the society. That they don't have clear understanding that who is the Supreme Personality Godhead. So until unless we have the understanding that yes, Krishna is the Supreme Personality Godhead, there is no question that we will surrender to Him. Let's just go to the purport, what Prabhupada is writing about the different philosophers. He is saying, has referred to above philosophers like Jaimini and his followers, establish that fruitive activity is the root cause of all distress and happiness. This is the first thing. Then second, they are saying, even if there is superior authority, some superhuman powerful god or gods, he or they are also under the influence of fruitive activities. Gone. Because they don't have understanding that God is above all these things. So Krishna very clearly already he said in the Bhagavad-gītā, 9th chapter, if we just go, 9th chapter he is saying in the 9th verse, Nacha mam tani karmani nibandhanti dhananjaya udasina vadasina askatam teshu karmasu. He is saying, O Dhananjaya, all these words cannot bind me. I am ever detached from all these material activities, seated as though neutral. So in the Bhagavad-gītā, see Bhagavatam little bit higher, but still they have not gone through the Bhagavad-gītā. Very clear understanding that they have not gone through the teachings of Bhagavad-gītā. That Lord Krishna is not bound by these all activities, although he is performing like common mass of people, how he is coming, he is playing like very kid, the calves they are pulling him, the mother is beating and binding him, and everybody thinks, how can he be God? You know, he is crying, he is also becoming one of the cause of this material nature, how this material nature is working on him. But Krishna is enacting all this pastime for the pleasure of his devotees. So they don't have understanding. And then again we are seeing the demons also, they don't have understanding, yes. Although they get some glimpse of that yes, Krishna is some super powerful personality. But still they feel that no, I can kill him. I can kill him. If the Putana, when she came, the first witch, she came, she trying to kill Krishna. Immediately she realized that yes, he is not some small common kid. He is something very super special personality. But still she is thinking that no, I can kill Krishna. So sometimes in general people also they have understanding that yes, the Supreme Personality Godhead is getting affected by these all causes, the three modes of material nature, and this fruitive activity also works on him. It's not only the common, those who are bewildered, but even those who are coming in, sometimes, so-called devotee, but still they don't have understanding so much that yes, how Krishna is the Supreme Personality Godhead. And his activities are beyond our understanding. So one time, I was discussing with one of the person who came to temple, and then he said that, Krishna was killed. I said, Krishna was killed? How Krishna was killed? You see the Jara, he shot an arrow and Krishna was killed. I asked him, do you believe this? He said, yes, I believe on this. So I said, yes, if you believe this, then previously you have to go a little bit back also. And then you have to see that Ashwathama, when he released the nuclear weapon, the Brahmastra, what happened? Krishna was killed. I asked, which weapon is more powerful? When a small arrow is powerful, or this Brahmastra is powerful? Which you feel that is good? A little bit got puzzled and said, Brahmastra. So I said, if Brahmastra is the super powerful weapon in this material world, and Krishna can neutralize that one, and he can save Parikshit Maharaj in the womb, so how can a small, some small, what I'll say, this arrow can kill him? So he got bewildered. So why he did? Just to bewilder some of the fools, so that they cannot accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality Godhead. Because he is enacting this all pastime for giving the pleasure to his devotee. So definitely the non-devotees will always find some cause that, why he is not Supreme Personality Godhead? Even after understanding Krishna is the Supreme Personality Godhead, the atheistic personality, they will never accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality Godhead. As we started from the Bhagavad-gītā also. Bhagavad-gītā was already given in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Krishna was giving this knowledge to whom? Arjuna, isn't it? And who was listening? Dhritarashtra, isn't it? So Dhritarashtra was listening all the, Bhagavad-gītā, everything. He understood that Krishna is the Supreme Personality Godhead. When he showed the Vishwarup, and Sanjay explained him nicely, that you see, all Bhishma, Drona, Karna, everything is going in, his mouth, everything is getting crushed. Your sons are going to lose. But still he is having hope. What he is having hope? No. Bhishma Dev is there, Karna is there, others are there. They can kill. Anyway, Krishna is not fighting, so I can win. So after seeing the future also, that these are the facts, these are not something, mundane stories which somebody is saying for your, to make it relief, to take away your distress, that okay, what will happen? Because he is asking in the first verse only, that what is happening in the battlefield. So it's not that to remove his distress, he is telling some stories. So sometimes it happens, somebody is in distress, what we do? We tell some stories to them. Kids are there. Tell some story, they will forget their distress. So Dhritarashtra is not a kid. He is seeing that yes, these all things are going to happen. These are the facts. But still he is adamant to that. No. Fight should go on. If some intelligent person will happen, what he will do? He will immediately send, okay, let's, settle the matter. Already they said for 5 villages, give them. Okay, no problem. My kingdom will also be there and they will also be there. So no problem. And anyway, they are not harming us. Because although we gave so much trouble, but still they are not harming. So, as an intelligent person, first of all, as a king, he should be intelligent, but he was blind. Thoroughly blind. Means mind, intelligence, all kind of phases, he was blind. So that's what we are able to see, that yes, how people are so ignorant. And these philosophers are also giving the same idea, that Krishna is coming in this material world and he is also getting bound by these fruitive activities. And then he is saying God and gods. First of all, he is not a very clear understanding that who all are these. Like the demigods, what is their responsibility? First of all, I can say responsibility. What responsibility they have, and what Krishna is having responsibility. Krishna is not having any responsibility on this material world. He is just coming to do this his pastime for the devotees. So this understanding he is not having. And even in the fruitive activities, it's very half. Like you do something good, you will get the result. This is not the case in all the time. This was a small, and what I'll say, Yudhishthira Maharaj was also thinking after the battlefield of Kurukshetra that so much sin happened, I have to suffer, and already I have suffered so much because of my past deeds. That's why I have to go to the forest, I have to suffer this battlefield, this battle, everything. I have to lose so many relatives. So he was worried about so much. So Krishna, what he did? He took him to the Bhishma Dev, the Mahajan. Okay. Sometimes Krishna is enacting such pastime that atheists, they may think that, okay, Krishna, he is not able to convince, Yudhishthira Maharaj. What is this? He is the cause of everything you are saying and he is not able to convince, Yudhishthira Maharaj. But Krishna is giving always credit to others. Okay, whatever you may feel, okay, let it be. So in the Bhagavatam, we'll see just the verse. I'm just going in reverse sometimes. So Vishnu said, what terrible suffering and what terrible injustice you good souls. He is saying good souls. He is not saying impious personalities and other. He is saying good souls. Suffer for being the son of religion personified. You did not deserve to remain alive under those tribulations, yet you were protected by the Brahmanas, God and religion. And the very punching line he says, O king, in the 16th verse he is saying, O king, no one can know the plan of Lord Sri Krishna. Even though great philosophers inquire exhaustively, they are bewildered. So Krishna's plan nobody can understand. So he is clearly giving understanding that you all were good souls. It was not that your some previous quota was left, so you suffered in this material world. So this fruitive activity, as the Jaimini Rishi is saying, that okay, because of the fruitive activities you all are suffering or you will be entangled. No, it is not the case for all the situations, because Yudhishthira Maharaj was also thinking in that way. So Bhishma made it clear that you all were good souls. But why these all things happen? He is saying, no one can know the plan of Lord Krishna. In the first verse also we are seeing Muhyanti yat suraya. The great personalities, demigods, even they also cannot understand the Supreme Personality Godhead. They also get bewildered. And Bhishma is also confirming here. What is saying? That great philosopher and others also, they inquire exhaustively, unlimited. They are just getting inquired, one by one. Time is passed. But still they are bewildered. So everybody is getting bewildered. So what is the ultimate thing we have to do? Now the question comes, okay, we cannot understand, it's beyond our understanding. Just surrender. In the next verse we can see. Then Vishnu is saying in the 17th verse, accepting the inconceivable plan of the Lord, you must follow it. Accept the inconceivable plan of Lord Krishna and accept it as it is. not half. Because these philosophers, they are giving the half knowledge. Okay, you do this much only. So these are also a kind of demon. Because in the Bhagavad-gītā we say, Namam duskritano mudha prapadyante naradhama. Maya aprita jnana. Their knowledge is also stolen by Maya. They are also not having clear knowledge that who is the Supreme Personality Godhead, why they have to surrender. And they are giving some understanding, and people are also getting bewildered. Already bewildered, and by reading their philosophy, they are becoming super bewildered. So that's why we should reject these all philosophers, and we have to accept the authorized way of philosophers who all are coming in the parampara. That's why Prabhupada, again and again, he stressed so much for the book distribution, that yes, why we should distribute the books. As much we can distribute books, at least even someone is having this Bhagavad-gītā, Srimad Bhagavatam. Sometimes they will read. Already they have read so many philosophy. When they will come to this philosophy, they will understand, yes, he is so correct, so enlivening. These all things are happening. Even if they don't understand, they will come to devotees and they will ask that why these all things are happening. So we have to give these books to as many people we can do. Because in the beginning we may not be able to see how these things, the changes are happening in the society. Because long back, in India also scriptures were there. It's not that the scriptures were not there. Bhagavad-gītā, Srimad Bhagavatam, as you say that, this is the holy land. So this Bhagavad-gītā, Srimad Bhagavatam was there, but still people were not able to take shelter of Lord Krishna. The reason was that different philosophers, here only the 4 names and 4-5 personalities names are mentioned, but there are innumerable philosophers are there in the society. Even if we search in the YouTube, okay, for any topic, so many people they have given lectures. We may become bewildered. So this is the mercy of Prabhupada and the parampara, that yes, these books are available for us. And we can give these books to, in general, everyone. One day they will read, yes. One day they will read and they will become devotee. It's such a nice philosophy. That nobody told me that Krishna is the Supreme Personality Godhead. But Prabhupada hammers this point. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, again and again. That you become convinced that Krishna is the Supreme Personality Godhead. Until as you understand Krishna is the Supreme Personality Godhead, we may sometimes feel, okay, Krishna is very nice personality. He came, he gave nice philosophy in Bhagavad-gītā. No. That's why in the introduction Prabhupada said, at least for the theoretical purpose, in the beginning you accept Krishna is the Supreme Personality Godhead. Even if we don't understand Krishna is the Supreme Personality Godhead. So again and again. So let's going back again to the purport. So here we are seeing that again the another philosopher, what he is saying? One's mind, own self. The own mind is one of friend, enemy, and this is the cause of happiness and distress. Then atheistic materialist Sankhites is saying material nature is the cause of all causes. So again and again they are just trying to hammer this point that yes, how you can just manipulate and do all this thing and you can be happy. But this material world, whatever we will do manipulation, and we feel that okay, if we can just do this thing, we can become happy. Now as the war is happening already, just let's see these things in that perspective so that we can have a clear understanding that yes, how this material nature, combination, whatever things will not help us. Because we created the nuclear weapons and for our safety. We feel that, okay, if I have nuclear weapon, I can be safe. And now many countries, they are having also nuclear weapons. but still they are not using. What is the reason? Because they know, even if they, nuclear war happens, they will win the war, but ultimately they will also lose. Because that radiation will also cause effect to them. It's not the limited one. Because Krishna's plan and everything is ultimate. Because in those times, when Brahmastra was released, only who was afraid? Uttara was afraid. She was just running towards Lord Krishna. That Krishna protect me. But others were not having so much anxiety that okay, this will kill us. Yes, definitely Pandavas and others were in the anxiety, but it was not like life threatening to them. But here, you release this nuclear weapon, okay, the opposite party is finished, but what will happen to us? We will also suffer the same consequences later. May not be right now, but later we also have to suffer. Already global warming, so many things are happening. And if the nuclear war starts, what will happen? So we are also manipulating all these things in this material world, thinking that we are perfect. That's what the scientists, they are giving us assurance. That yes, you keep faith on us, we will discover or we will get some kind of thing by these experiments so that our life will be happy. So they are doing these all discovery experiments and they are coming up with new ideologies and results also. And we are also keeping faith. But one by one we are seeing that these all are how is harmful for us. So nothing is perfect when we are creating. So Krishna's plan is the only perfect one. And we have just come here for some time to realize our lost relation and go back to Godhead. But we are just fighting in here. No, this is mine, that's yours. Something like that. So that's what Prabhupada is again and again requesting to all of us that yes, you distribute, you preach this Krishna consciousness. And specifically in the Los Angeles, which again I referred, in the Balimardhan's Prabhu's wedding ceremony time, 1973, December 4, he's giving, I'll just read what Prabhupada wrote. Prabhupada actually said in the lecture, spread this Krishna conscious movement, Padam Khanda. People will be happy. Our mission is to see Sarve Sukhino Bhavantu. Everyone become happy. We do not want to see that we exploit somebody else and I become happy. No, we want to see everyone happy. But they do not know how to become happy. Therefore, we are trying to spread this Krishna conscious movement that everyone will be happy. So Prabhupada, very grave that lecture he is saying that yes, this Paramananda Khanda, this Krishna consciousness is so nice, so relatable that you give it to others. Because we want to see Sarve Sukhina Bhavantu, that everybody will become happy. Not that I exploit others and I become happy. Because here the same thing is happening. The bull, the cow, not only the bull, cow, everyone, whoever is there in the top position, they are thinking that how to exploit others so that I can be happy. Whether it's like some politician, some business tycoon, or anyone, they are just trying to exploit the people, the material nature, so that they are thinking that I can be happy, not that you can be happy. That's why anything you see, term and condition applied. What is written? Term and condition applied. It means that I want to exploit you. Are you ready for that? If you are ready, no problem. Anyway, you are forced to do that. So these things are happening, that yes, Sarvena Sukhina Bhavantu, who can understand? When somebody is singing about others' welfare, not about himself. That's why we are seeing that yes, how the Goswamis and other previous Acharya, they have undergone so much austerity, everything. For whom? Lokanam hitkarino. Not that mai hitkarino. So only the devotees, they can understand, they can feel the pain and distress of others. And they are feeling this pain and suffering because they are able to understand that yes, these all personalities, they are in ignorance, they are away from Lord Krishna. If I can again re-establish their relationship with the Supreme Personality Godhead, then they can be happy. And that's what they are propagating, this Krishna conscious philosophy, so that everybody can understand. Whether it's like our culture, the different festivals, by this we are able to give a glimpse of that yes, this is Param Ananda Khanda. You come and enjoy. This is also a way of life. And that's why Prabhupada again and again requesting the mission of a Krishna conscious devotee, spreading this Krishna consciousness to everyone, giving to everyone a chance that okay, you can also become happy. You have already read so many philosophy, everything. Take this philosophy and make your life successful. So I'll just conclude here. So in today's section we saw that how different philosophers, they are giving different analogy and understanding, but that is not the ultimate. And that's what people, they are not able to take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And if we are not able to take shelter of the Supreme Personality Godhead, we suffer in this material world. And through this, whatever philosophy they have, through Bhagavad-gītā already we saw that in the Bhagavad-gītā already they are defeated. They don't have understanding who is the Supreme Personality Godhead and how he is free from the fruitive activities, and through all material combination, everything, whatever we may do, it's not perfect in this material world. We have to go back to Godhead. And for that, our previous acharyas, and they have already done the research work, and that's already proved. And many of them, they are going back to Godhead. So accept that path, and you also go back to Godhead and become happy. And Prabhupada at the last, as he requested in the lecture to all of us that yes, Param Ananda Khanda, spread this Krishna consciousness movement so that people can become happy. So I'll stop here. If anybody is having any comments, Hare Krishna. Give mic.
So thank you very much for the wonderful class. Just as you were speaking, one doubt came up is that is it required to delve into these different philosophies, get some understanding, so as to we can appreciate our philosophy? Is it required or not required?
It says Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam. The Ananda is increasing. When we are taking in Krishna consciousness, our bliss is increasing day by day. So when the bliss is increasing day by day, why to go to other places? Because when something you are getting extra, what you required, you are getting more than that. You will never feel that okay, I have to go to other philosophy. And when you have already come from the other philosophy and you take this philosophy, you will appreciate more, definitely. But as we are seeing that, prayana alpayusi, the ayu is very less. So we should not give a chance for that. Because again, it will be like gamble for us, that we may miss our Krishna consciousness. So why to take risk? Even if we are not able to understand what we have to do, we have to go back to the Mahajans. As we are seeing in the life of Yudhishthira Maharaj, when he was not able to understand, Lord Krishna took him to Bhishma. So our Mahajans are already there. Srila Prabhupada already gave in the books whatever knowledge. So we just have to apply in our Krishna, our life, and then we can see the result. Until as we apply, like it is said that, until as we open the honey bottle, we won't be able to experience that how sweet it is. From outside sometimes the honey bees and others, they are coming in the bottle, you can see, they are just trying, but they are not getting anything. But if it is open, then they will understand. So, it's my understanding, and in general, for me, that yes, we should not go to other philosophy when we are getting everything here. It's a matter of our understanding that yes, how it is perfect. If we are not able to understand, go to some superior devotees, senior devotees, and ask them. It's clear. That's all.
So basically, I understood is that we try to understand our own philosophy nicely, because we have many other philosophies also who try to break down our own philosophy, for that matter. They also kind of hit us. So I think you said that better to dwell into our own philosophy rather than going here and there. Yeah, thank you, Prabhu.
Nice. And anyway, yes.
I'm trying to remember the reference, but a bona fide spiritual master, he understands the other philosophies and he tries to understand them so he can defeat them. Where's that coming from? I know in Ishopanishad when I taught that came up, but I'm just trying to think of the specific reference. That it's a positive thing to understand the other philosophies so you can defeat them and bring people to Krishna consciousness. But maybe I shouldn't have said anything because I can't think of the specific reference, but it's there. Anybody?
As in the Bhagavad-gītā, not Bhagavad-gītā, Prabhupada's books, as we are seeing again and again, that yes, Prabhupada has given different philosophy. Yes, for some philosophy where we are seeing that, okay, these kind of peoples are there. Like some different areas, different peoples are there, and sometimes it becomes very difficult. And when we know the philosophy and other things, for time being, yes, we can take the help. For time being, we can take the help of those areas. We have to know the people, that what is their mindset, how they are doing. Like now, Bhakti Pushpa Maharaj has started tribal preaching. It's one of the very difficult project, because understanding their language is different, their lifestyle is different, and you have to be very careful. Small mistake and you are gone. Sometimes life-threatening. What is that? Life-threatening means we are gone from this body. So yes, sometimes when we are going to preach them, at least we can read about their culture, about their how their what they likes, and different understanding that to whom they are worshipping, so that we can preach Krishna consciousness nicely.
Yeah.
So
that's the
my
point. There's another, you were talking about the compassion that devotees should have for others. There's a really nice verse, Prahlad Maharaj's prayers in the Sringadev, 7:9:43. Naivo dvijay parataratya vaitaranyas tvadvirya mahamita magnachita sochaitato vimukachetasa indriyarta maya sukhaya baram udvahato vimudhan. O best of the great personalities, I'm not at all afraid of material existence, for wherever I stay, I'm simply absorbed in thoughts of your glories and activities. My concern, however, is for those fools and rascals who are making elaborate plans for material happiness and for maintaining their families, societies, and countries. I'm simply concerned out of love for them. And Prabhupada, the same verse is in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. I'm not sure where, but Prabhupada translates it slightly differently. He says that I'm totally immersed in the bliss of chanting Hare Krishna. So, I'm not concerned with material existence. So that's real happiness, because the devotee doesn't go for sense gratification. He's only trying to please Krishna, and then he's automatically happy, but he's so sad. Like one time, there's a pastime where Prabhupada was in a car with devotees. I think they were down in Hyderabad, if I'm not mistaken. And there's a golf course there, and they passed it in the car. And Prabhupada said, what is that? What are they doing? And so one of the, I think maybe it was Giriraj Swami, explained to him what they were doing, how they were playing golf. And then Prabhupada started crying. He said, these fools are doing so many things, trying so hard to forget Krishna. So that's the compassion, you know, that was the driving force. The day, a lot of people think I'm a Prabhupada disciple, but I'm not. I almost was initiated by him. I was initiated by Satsrup Maharaj. And I didn't meet him at Satsrup Maharaj until the day before I took Diksha. And then this was the first initiation. I was on the list to be initiated by Prabhupada. Prabhupada was coming to New York, but then he had to come back to India because his health wouldn't permit. So Satsrup Maharaj came the day before he gave Diksha to the first devotees after Prabhupada left. And the evening before initiation, he had a meeting with his future disciples, and he read this verse. And he said, this is the mood of Prabhupada's movement. This is Prabhupada's whole mood. And you know, it was a driving force behind him going around the world. Was it 14 times? You know, just in the intense pressure that he put on all of his followers to spread Krishna consciousness. I told the story a couple classes ago of how Harikesh, at that time he was a sannyasi, he was Prabhupada's servant, and Prabhupada wanted him to go to Russia to preach. And Harikesh, Prabhu, he exclaimed, but Srila Prabhupada, all they have in Russia is meat and potatoes. I can't go there. And then Prabhupada responded, this is apadharma, so go to Russia and eat meat and potatoes, but preach. You know, so apadharma means in time of emergency, like Vishwamitra Muni, you know, he ate meat rather than starve to death. But that was a level of priority that Prabhupada gave. And look at what's happened with so many Russians have become devotees. Krishna consciousness is spreading in Russia faster than any other place in the world. Prabhupada had this vision, you know, and he had this intense, urgent desire to relieve people from their unhappiness. I spent a total of about 6 weeks in Russia, and sometimes I'd go on long japa walks, and everywhere I'd go, I'd see these super sad people. You know, they just look so, oh God, you know, the government was so horrendous, still is. So they had so much suffering because of this exploitive mood. And anyway, very good class, Prabhu. A couple points that came to mind.
Thank you. The last one.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
So my question was that, like in my classroom at school, like many children like say that, what is the point of believing in Krishna? Why do you need to be religious? They say that there is no freedom in religion. They say that you have to eat this food only. You're not allowed to eat onion, garlic. You're not allowed to eat meat. You're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to do that. They say that. And they say that they just use some theory of independence, like they say that some popular theory of independence. They say that according to that theory of freedom, you're allowed to do anything, whatever you want to do. So, like whatever you want to do, there's no restriction, like in like this Krishna religion or any other religion where you say that you're not, these are some particular paps, sins and all. In our theory of freedom, you are allowed to do whatever you want to do. So why don't you so how do I counteract their philosophy?
No need of countering. Bring them to our festival.
No, when I say that, they say that I'm not joining you.
You don't have to join. You just call them for our some festival where thousands of preparations are there. Let them at least see, because some of them in the beginning they were saying me that okay, that after becoming Krishna conscious you have to leave so many things.
Yeah.
So once I took the whole preparation, you know, more than 1,000 preparation. I came in the first in the Mayapur in the beginning days when this Nauka Bihar was happening in the Prabhupada Samadhi, and I was like non-vegetarian, and first time I saw so many preparation. And all the devotees they are giving. I ate so much, like overeating was done that day. And then I experienced that yes, such nice preparations are there. I was missing something else, something. So then later I told them that yes, you go to Mayapur not for this, at least go and have something, so that you will have experience that what all items they are eating. Even in the train, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and devotees, they have preached so much that even in the train, when we are going different stations, different devotees, they are coming and they are providing, hot rice, chapatis and different sabjis. And that too also in a very, so much amount that we eat and we give it to others also. And they eat and they say, "Arey, aap log, everywhere you are going and you are getting so nice prasad, aap log, how you have this link?" Hey, Krishna devotees, all they have link. So you don't have to worry. So they are, when they will see that yes, you have so many options, and wherever you are going, you don't have to worry that, oh, what I will eat. Because they have problem that if I accept it, what I will eat. This is their worry.
Yeah.
But when they will say that wherever we are going, you all are there. One person in the Jhansi, when we were there in the train, they said, "Arey, I saw you in the Delhi, I saw you here, you all guys are all everywhere." I said, "Yes, because this is December month, so we are everywhere." So that's why you don't have to worry. Our books are there, prasad is there, so all things are there. So call them for our festival and give them nice prasad. At least you can give the Raj Bhoga, so they can have a glimpse of that. And when they will see more than 1,000 preparation, they will become bewildered. Oh, you vegetarians guys are having more than 1,000 dishes. Even they don't know the names. Mataji, I'll just stop here because the time is over. We can ask personally. So I am officially, stopping the class here. Granatha Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nityananda. So those who want to go, they can go. You can give mic to the Matajis and Prabhu backside.
I just wanted to confirm what Janmasmi Prabhu said. Actually, there's two places. I believe it must be in the first chapter where he says one should not sit on a Vyasasana unless he's conversed in the 6 philosophies.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, first of all, my doubt is these different philosophers, they are making so much philosophies. First for their happiness or for society's happiness, because only devotees think about society happiness and not even this person. And second thing is in spite of knowing all this, they are very intelligent also, and they have read all this Vedic, they have done all Vedic studies. Still, they are explaining different causes of all causes, even knowing that Krishna is the cause of all causes. Still, they are not going to accept this and not mentioning in their philosophies also. So how it is there? They know all the literature and all this scriptures also, have the knowledge also. Still, so how? Why it is
If I have understood your question, means first question is that they are also having compassion for others. That's why they are making the literature. Then second is how they are, after knowing also, they are not keeping Krishna as a center, isn't it? So the first thing is definitely they have some compassion. That's why they are undergoing through all this austerity for the others. But until unless we are Krishna consciousness, that's why Prabhupada is saying that first of all the rescuer must be strong. If I am not strong, I am going to help someone who is drowning. What will happen? I will also drown. So I should have first. So that these philosophers also, they are also trying to do well. But when they can do well, when they are having Krishna conscious, they are devotee, then they can give something best. Because if we are giving something half-baked, people, in the hunger, when we are hungry, we may take it, but that's not the good, isn't it? Half-baked thing. So we should give something very palatable, good thing to others, so that their hunger will also go and they will also feel satisfied. But half-baked thing, what will happen? Their hunger will go, but they will not be satisfied. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari.
Second question.
So second question. Second is that, yes, sometimes they feel, because they don't have clear understanding, as we are seeing, yes, they know Krishna, okay, Krishna is also there, but as they are writing God, gods. So God, gods, okay. So they don't have understanding of Krishna is there also, Durga is also there. That's why they are saying the nature. And Krishna is saying, Maya dhakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam. This Maya is working under my control, my supervision. So they don't understand that how this Maya is working under Lord Krishna's direction. Because Krishna's energy is also so supernatural that people, they become bewildered. Because they also act like Lord Krishna sometimes. And that's why Krishna is saying, Mam Maya Duratya. That this material nature is very difficult to overcome. Because we are not able to understand that who is Krishna and how he is also, away from him. That's why people in general, they become bewildered. They are afraid that, oh, I have to serve Krishna also, I have to serve Shiva also, I have to serve Kali also. That's their general understanding. Okay, Krishna is also God. Krishna is also God, but they are also God. So this understanding they have.
These already bewildered persons, they are making philosophies.
Yes.
So like how can like this, but like these persons, because person who is already bewildered, like how can he open the eyes of others? Like.
Yeah, this is the problem. That's Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande.